We're back at it again. So basically, what happened on the video I just made here is that I went downstairs to do the laundry, but the problem is there's no connection down there. So when I went down there, the connection to the live stream was lost, and for whatever reason, that kept messing with the stream. So I thought, like, just to make sure and stuff, I'm just gonna make another video. So we're still cleaning. We're still thinking if we're gonna order pizza in a little bit, and we're still open to discussions in the chat. I'll periodically stop, um, scrubbing the floor to talk to the chat. So that's what's up tonight. Um, Yeah, I had to clean today, so we're not gonna do like the traditional type video where I'm at talking about traveling and stuff like that. But I made a promise to myself that I would make lives on a nightly basis, no matter the circumstance. So that's uh that's what's going on right here. That's what's good. So the other thing about this apartment is the lighting sucks. Like I can't see what I'm sweeping and stuff. So So basically, we're gonna be sweeping and doing this stuff. The the laundry should be done in like 45 minutes. So we'll get that. Probably gonna order a pizza. Got to do that by 3 in the morning. That's when Papa John's closes. So, and then afterwards, like, I might sit down in traditional style and, see what's good with the chat. So that's the agenda for tonight. But yeah, these streams have been quite entertaining to make. I kind of like it. It's a good way to put out a lot of content. Also, I'm thinking I need to start utilizing Chat GPT and stuff to like give me some new ideas to talk about because if I'm making these lives like hours a day, your brain just starts getting kind of fried, like trying to think of like ideas to talk about. That's why I like the chat when they give me, decent things to chat about because it's just like, doing these lives, it's like it's so much to try to think. It's like you have to think of like so much stuff to try to talk about to like keep the chat engaged and stuff. So, I watch lives a lot too. And some of the people that I watch, I'm like, dude, like, how are these people like thinking of so many different talking points? And I think that they're using Chat GPT because I'm like, there's no way that you guys can like have that much content to talk about for like 5 hours straight. But yeah, guys, um, that's the name of the game with YouTube, right? You got to keep yourself somewhat watchable, or like just no one's gonna want to mess with you. So, hey, what's up, love? How you doing? So we're almost done sweeping though. Sweeping's honestly like the worst part of cleaning. It's just like it's so boring and it's like it's like hard to like get every little piece that's on the ground, but we're almost done, so that's good. And also like a clean crib is so nice. Like just feels so much better when you're living in a place that's not an absolute pig pen, you know? So oh, my shoe came off. Alright, so let's see what we got in the chat. Recent bros saw in videos. I used to make $140 a day, and that after subtracting the gas costs. Bro saw in video. You used to make $140 a day. Is that after subtracting the gas cost? Um, I'm trying to think. Are you did you see the Uber video when I was like Ubering? I Dude, I don't think that subtracted the gas cost. So I think I think I still, or maybe it did. Honestly, I'll have to watch it, dude. But it might not have. So, you know, Uber and stuff like that, you bring up a good point because like especially, like right now, if the gas prices are really high, it's not really worth doing, you know? I think Uber's really good if you have a if you have a mainstream of income, and then on your free time, you use Uber to save up for a trip or, invest some money. So but actually, funny story. So I actually took an Uber ride. Like I was a passenger in the Uber yesterday. I had to get picked up from the airport. And when you get picked up by someone in Uber, it tells you how many rides the driver has completed in their time using Uber. And the person that picked me up had completed 43,000 pickups. And I started doing the math in my head. I started thinking like I started thinking like, dude, if you've done 43,000 pickups, it was almost like 44,000 and you're getting paid between like 10 and $20 per pickup. Dude, that's like literally like over a half a million dollars. And it's like, dude, if that guy was, investing his money or saving for something, like technically that person could be like almost a millionaire from like just doing Uber. Like, I mean, chances are like, obviously you had to spend money and stuff like that, but let's just say like, you didn't have to pay rent and you're making that much money on Uber. That like I've never seen that. I've seen people with like 15,000 completed deliveries, but 43,000 deliveries. Could you imagine doing that? Like, think of dropping someone off at 43,000 different locations. Like there's a lot of cities in America that don't even have 43,000 people. So, you know, he was a really nice guy too. Like I started shooting the shit with him a little bit and he was just like I mean, I could tell that that dude had like a success mindset. He was like, dude, like you can't come out here and expect to get money in like, a couple hours. He's like, dude, if you want to make money, you got to like go all in. And he's like, I'm out here all day and stuff. The police are out here, guys. So um, I'm just seeing what's going on. Uh, yeah, but yeah, he was really cool. So that was kind of motivating. Yeah, but also like during the pandemic and stuff like that, Uber was crazy. Like because no one wanted to leave the house, right? So everybody would Uber food, and that's like I downloaded the Uber app in like 2018 when it was new and stuff like that. And I was underage. I was under the age to like give people rides, but I could still do like the food orders. And it was so crazy. Like it was so crazy. Like it was literally like as soon as you just completed a delivery, there'd be another one like already ready for you to pick up. So, bro, 43,000 is not mathematically possible. Dude, I know that's what I thought, bro, but like That's literally like I took a screenshot, dude. I took a screenshot on my phone, um, because I couldn't believe it. But yeah, it said 43,000 completed trips. So yeah, dude, like, so that guy grinds. But dude, I knew this dude from Los Angeles who was door dashing during the pandemic, and that dude was making close to $10,000 a month doing it. He was living inside of his car. He like moved to Los Angeles from um Atlanta, Georgia. And like I mean, ASEN, I don't know, like people from America, like a lot of people move to LA, or they move to LA with like a dream, right? They move out there with a dream to like make it in Hollywood, or become a YouTuber, stuff like that. So he had that in mind, and it's really expensive to live in LA. So he just moved out there, and he was living in his car, and it was during the pandemic. So that dude just he just lived in his car, and he would sleep in the car, and every waking moment he would just DoorDash. He was making close to $10,000 a month doing it. But that's a hard life to live. I remember that guy saying, like, he was literally sleeping in his car, and it got, like, towed. Like, he woke up and he was, like, moving because the tow truck was, like, pulling him around. So, that was a crazy story I heard. So yeah, I appreciate you watching some of the older vids. Mathematically, if a person do 1 delivery per hour and work 10 hours, then a day, then it would take 14 years to achieve 43,000. Um, but work, but you can do more than usually I do 3 deliveries an hour. So, usually I can do around a delivery every 20 minutes. So, what did you say here? So that would take 14 years. So you could probably like, if you were consistent, you could probably do that in 5 years, but you would have no life. You would have absolutely no life. You'd be working nonstop every day. But I don't know, dude. I'm with you though, Asen. I couldn't believe it when I saw that too. I was like 43,000, because I have like 7 or 8,000 deliveries, and like I've grinded pretty hard. Um, so I don't know, dude. Maybe it's a glitch in the system, but that's what it said. Right. All right, so the sweeping is complete. So pretty much done here. All right, guys. So we've just finished sweeping the floor, and I think I might take a break now. Maybe sit down, talk to you guys. For anybody new here, welcome to the channel. Usually I talk about travel and personal development and stuff like that. But today I had to clean, and I'm committed to making a video every single day, so on live. So um we're doing a little bit of multitasking. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, but um also Uber is just honestly, I used to do, like, like, pick people up from Uber, and I would do it in Chicago, and, I mean, for those of you who are from America and from Illinois, you guys know how Chicago can be. So, you know, you're picking up some characters. I'll put it like that. You're picking up some characters. And, you know, I'm not trying to, make generalizations or stereotype, but you guys can kind of guess some of the clientele you pick up on Uber, especially late at night. Um, you see some wild stuff Ubering. And so I prefer to do the food deliveries, even though you don't get paid as much. It's just when you have a person that you don't know, who's a complete stranger to you in the back of your car, and now you have to drive around with them for, 20, 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, not the best job, especially when you had to have, like, what, like 10, 15 strangers in your car a day. And then the other thing that luckily it never happened to me, but I mean, I know a lot of people where people drink too much and they make a mess in your car, because that's the other thing. You're picking up a lot of intoxicated people, which is good. Like, it's good that those people didn't drive their own car, that's good. Like, I applaud that. But yeah, but also as an Uber driver, you can see the the rating of the customer. So if their ratings below like 4.8, no way. No way, I'm not picking you up because, like, your record is not promising, and if it's below like a 4.8, it means like there was some sort of dispute that you had with the driver. So, yeah, so just some thoughts. Any of you guys are thinking about doing Uber? All right, let's see. What do we got here? You did. What's going on with the chat? Trying to. Yeah, 2 to 3, yes, guys, 2 to 3 deliveries an hour. It depends it depends what type of metropolitan you're in, right? Because, like, for instance, if you're working in the Loop of Chicago, for those of you that aren't local to Illinois, like, the Loop of Chicago is basically the business district. For Bangkok, it's like that Sukhumvit area. It's a really densely populated area in in a small area, right? So if you're working in the Loop, you might be able to do 4 deliveries an hour, given it's not rush hour because you're not driving far. But let's say you're driving out in a mid-major city, in the United States, um, then a lot of times your deliveries will be further in mileages, right? Because those cities are more geographically spread out. So the problem with that is obviously you make less money, right? Because obviously you're going to get paid a little more for further deliveries, but you have to consider that you have to drive back into the inner city and you're not getting paid for coming back. So, for those of you who already Uber, you guys already know this, but for those of you who are interested in it or just getting started, that's kind of the strategy. Also, guys, I'll show you this. This is where I used to live in Thailand. My family lived here when I was a child. Who knows this city? Does anybody know what city this is? See if anyone knows Thailand really well. What city is that, guys? It's better to have a camera inside the car, otherwise, we cannot protect ourselves from fake allegation and disputes. Yeah, dude, that's absolutely right. A camera in the car is always smart for doing rideshare because, you know, customers will make and they do. They'll make accusations of you, and ultimately, the only way to know truth is if you have a camera. So I highly suggest having a camera in the car. I used to drive a Tesla and it had a dash cam. So it had a dash cam that would show the front and the rear. So it was nice, right? So there's no like you said, ASEN, there's no disputes. So no, that's not Bangkok, but good guess. Good guess. It's a city close to Bangkok. It's a really naughty city. It's a really crazy city. All right, we're gonna take a little break and eat an orange. There you go. Patia. It's Patia. Gotta get some vitamin C, guys. It's very important to get vitamin C when you live somewhere cold, right? But yeah, guys, for those of you who are just started watching, I'm doing a little bit of cleaning today. I made a commitment to do a live stream every single night. Today we're a little busy, so we're multitasking. We got some laundry being dried in the basement. Um and yeah. Wow, breakfast like. All right, so I asked you guys about the one city. Does anybody know what city this is? What city is that, guys? What city is that? What city has the building with the hole in it? Also, guys, I love fishing. Fishing, I've talked about it a little bit. Fishing's one of my fishing and hunting are two of my passions. So, I really like being in Thailand and traveling, but I love coming home to America because I'm so passionate about fishing and hunting. So I have a ton of fishing stuff, guys. Um, I've spent a lot of my money throughout my entire life buying stuff like this. So, um, This is something to catch a northern pike. So when we go fishing in Canada, as you can see, it says Canada. This is called a spoon. So this catches a northern pike or a walleye. So I love that. So you guys, no, not no. Good guess. Good guess. Not Singapore. Not Chicago. Not Washington. Give you guys a hint. There's a very big harbor there. A lot of ships come into that city. Oh, that's a good guess. It's not Sydney, but that's a really good guess. It kinda looks like it, but it's not Sydney. Alright, 1 or 2 more guesses, and if no one says anything, then I'll tell you guys what city it is. Starts with an S. The city starts with an S. It's Shanghai, guys. Shanghai. We have to Yes, I have. Yes, I have been to China. I've been there, a couple times, so, um, maybe, like, a month in total or something like a month or so. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. I gotta get a computer. China's a really nice country. It's really a lot different, though, you know? China's I guess the best way to put it is it's a place of its own, you know? Because even Thailand, right, in Southeast Asia is a bit westernized, right? Or it caters to a Western demographic, right? All right, guys. So we're just gonna chill out for a bit. Gonna go get the laundry in a little bit. Oh, the what? So I can't get a pizza anymore because it's closed. The, so they changed their hours. It used to be Sunday through Thursday, open till 12 a.m., Friday and Saturday, 1 a.m. Dang, it used to be 3 a.m., guys. So I don't know why, but all these businesses are their hours are shrinking. Like, Walmart used to be open 24 hours a day, and now it's only open till like 11 at night. So I guess I have some like eggs and stuff. I've been eating eggs like every single day, but is there party city in China like Pattaya of Thailand? Well, I guess Maku, right? If you like nightlife and gambling. Um so I would say that. And Hong Kong too. Um so those type places in the China region, like, and of course Beijing has nightlife and stuff like that. To be honest with you, there's not exactly there's not exactly a city anywhere in the world exactly like Pattaya. Even Amsterdam and Las Vegas, they just do not compete. Like, Pattaya is in its own category. So, yeah, they have similar places like it in China, I guess, but nowhere in the world is quite like Pattaya. Well, thank you, like Penguin. My day's really well. Thank you. I hope your day as well is good also. So appreciate that. Let's see. I'm trying to find a pizza right now for those of you who just started watching, but it looks as if all the pizza restaurants are closed. So that kind of sucks. Oh, wait. I just remembered. I think I have a pizza in the freezer. I hope it's still in here. Nope. I must have ate it. Dang. Dang. That's crazy. All right. Some of you guys asked me if I deer hunt. This is all deer. This is venison here. So that's venison. This is venison. This is venison. Um, so yeah, I got a lot of venison. This is venison. This is venison here. So I eat venison a lot. Why not order something else? Yeah, I guess. I guess I could order something else. But the problem is like I just don't know like what's open right now. I guess like McDonald's and like Denny's and stuff like that. But I was just in the mood for a pizza. Try something new. I like the way you think. It's a good idea. Hold on, guys. I gotta get a phone charger. You know what else, though, I was thinking? Um, out of all the years, like, I've driven for Uber and stuff like and DoorDash, I've never in my life, I've never DoorDashed anything or Ubered because it's so astronomically expensive. It's so expensive to Lyft. Does Can you get food from Lyft? Is that true? Am I really, like, I don't know what's going on that much? Like, I thought Lyft you could only order rides. "Hello, how you doing?" "Happy birthday. How old are you turning?" I'm sorry to hear that, Dorith. If you want to, we're just chilling out tonight. Maybe I can cheer you up. I just got done cleaning the crib, and I'm kinda trying to look for some food right now. Um, no, ASAN, I've ordered food to my house before, but, um, I've never actually, like, used Uber or DoorDash or anything like that. So, like, you can order directly from the restaurant, like, but for whatever reason, I've never used, like, Uber or DoorDash or stuff like that. Dorth, I have subbed. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and, welcome to the channel. I am mostly, like, travel content, but I try to go live every single night, so, if you wanna come hang out with us, like, feel free. Bless you, Dorothy. Thank you. May God bless you. You as well. Thank you. Dorothy, bless your soul. Your dad is in bliss now. Yes, please. Yeah, guys. So, um, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. It's really fun to hang out with you guys. And you know, I'm trying to go live every single night, like I said. Um, I hope my videos are entertaining enough. Sometimes I'm trying to figure out how to get better at like having more topics to talk about. I might start using like chat GPT and stuff to think of like, more topics to say and stuff. When I said piss off, I was joking, bro. Lau. Oh, no worries, dude. Yeah, also guys, sometimes like, there's a lot of trolls in the chat sometimes. So if I ever say something rude to you guys, um, and you're being genuine, I'm sorry. I don't mean it. It's just sometimes I get confused as to like if people are saying things with genuine interest or if they're just trying to like troll on me and stuff like that. So, guys, no disrespect at all. If I said something that was maybe sideways, I don't mean it at all. Like I'm trying to make this place like a inclusive place where we can all hang out. So, yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes messages on here send twice. I've noticed that, and sometimes messages, like, in the chat send, like, 10 times. Like, I'll see someone and it'll say, like, "Hi," and it'll say, like, "Hi, hi, 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 hi," for, like, 10 times. So, I don't know why it does that, but I've noticed that. Completely understandable. Yeah, thanks, dude. So yeah. But actually, like I'm gonna stop reacting. Sorry. No, you feel free. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you want in the chat. Like, it helps me honestly. Weird, more comments for you, I guess, Lao. All right. I don't play Warzone, no, but I've heard it's a good video game. You in school? Yeah, I'm in university. There are no place like Patia in this whole world. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if you have a lot of money, then you can go to like Vegas and probably get a similar experience. But if you're someone who has like a more normal salary, you can, what they always called it is a 1 week millionaire. You can go to Patia and feel like a millionaire for 1 week, for like the normal person type thing. Um, so I don't think there's a lot of places in the world where you can kind of feel like a rock star, even if you're, not a rock star. Okay, I can tell. You seem so smart. What's your major? Oh, thanks. I'm not that smart. And school, it's been a struggle for me, but it's something I more just want to graduate to prove to myself that, it's something I can do. But I'm a business major, so thank you. I appreciate that. How long do you stream? I try to stream for at least 1 to 2 hours every single day. I would like to stream for longer if I had more time. Um, Also, I'm thinking about streaming on other platforms, so I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I'm not super good with technology as well, so maybe you guys can teach me. Is there a platform I can use to like stream multiple places? Thank you, Darlene. Appreciate that. Hey guys, let's see what we got in the chat here. You can do it. I can't wait until you graduate. Well, thank you. Hopefully, sorry, I missed that chat. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Okay. Thanks, Bebob. Asen. I never been to Vegas. Is Vegas like Patia, even in Bar Gale's department, or just partying place? Well, Vegas is the party city of America. Usually, the main thing that Vegas is known for is gambling. So usually people go to Las Vegas because there's a lot of casinos, but there's also a lot of strippers and partying and in clubs in Las Vegas. So they don't necessarily have bar girls like Patia does because technically in Las Vegas, prostitution is illegal, but it still exists. Usually the girls are escorts, so they're not like in Thailand how they're bar girls, right? I mean, technically prostitution is illegal in Thailand, which is I'm not going to get too into the politics behind that. I don't want to get involved in that too much, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying. Um, so there's some cities in the state of Nevada where like prostitution is illegal, but it's nothing like Patia. So it's not quite like Patia. It exists, but I would say if you want to have like the Patia type experience in Las Vegas, you have to be like an A-list celebrity, a business person, because if you're buying tables at, you know, um, exotic nightclubs in Vegas and stuff like that, you're gonna need some serious capital to do that. Um, so yeah, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of what Vegas is like. What am I doing now? Well, I just got done cleaning the crib and I had to go finish my laundry and it's pretty much it. Just live streaming, chilling out. So yeah. But yeah, the US has a couple party cities. Miami is another one. But once again, Miami's a very expensive city. They have a lot of nightlife there. Um, but once again, like these are places for actors, athletes, you know, business personnel. And so Pattaya is in Thailand, for instance, and just general, is more accessible for the normal person to go party. Like, even for instance, like the last time I went out to the clubs in Chicago, my friend and I bought 2 shots of tequila, and it cost $70. So, boom, boom, $70 already gone, and not even getting into the night. Um so that's the thing with the US, for the amount it costs to go clubbing in the US, you're better off flying to Medellin or Mexico City, or honestly, go fly over to Tokyo or, Southeast Asia, something like that. So, yeah. Do you drink at all or go do you smoke? I don't drink a whole lot. I mean, if I'm going out, uh, yes, I'll drink, but I I don't drink pretty much at all anymore. I don't. I used to a bit, but and no, I don't smoke. Damn, $70 is crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you're in a major city in the US, Chicago, LA, New York, Miami, and you're at, decent nightclubs, it's gonna be, 30, $40 for a drink. So, you start adding that up. Oh, there we go. We got Mexico, Tijuana, I think a party city like Patia. There you go. That's actually a great example. Tijuana is a great thank you, Asen. That's the place that I would compare to Patia the most. So there you go. Tijuana, Mexico is very has a lot of similarities to Patia. Thank you for reminding me. That's really good. Um, yeah, Bangkok too. So Bangkok is, but Bangkok's in Thailand too. But Bangkok, uh you have Asok, you have Nana, you technically have Prampong, you have Khao San, Soy Cowboy. So, Tongue Lore, but you know, um, those places have things that exist in Pattaya. So But Bangkok's just such a big city, it's you have everything there. I heard South Korea gets down. Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, I've been to Seoul. Um, and yeah, that stuff exists. That stuff definitely exists in South Korea. So yeah, I would agree with you there. You ever visited Tijuana? Dude, I've been into a lot of cities in Mexico, but I've never been to Tijuana. But I believe it or not, one of my friends went there for a wedding. So it's kind of a bad place to have a wedding. I mean, in my opinion, but he went there for a wedding and he said it was crazy. But the thing with Tijuana is the safety thing, right? Like of course, there's safe cities in Mexico, specifically on the Pacific side in the south, but the closer you get to that borderline, the more crazy it gets. And he told me some pretty crazy stories, and he's Latino, so for a Latino, it's a bit better. But I heard you can get anything in LA. Wow. As long as you have the money. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean money. Unfortunately, that you know I don't like that, but that's just kinda how it works, if you have money, like and that's what I was saying, like, you can have a similar experience in Las Vegas than you can in Pattaya, but you're gonna need a lot of money, right? So, when you see, you know, these type A-list celebrities talking about, how crazy Vegas is, it's like, they're right, but, they're also going there dropping, a significant amount of cash, so it may lead to breakup before wedding. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I like the 555. I know you've been to Thailand, if you say that. Uh, Everywhere is crazy place, honestly. Yeah, you're right. As long as you have money, this whole world, the whole wide world is one big ghetto. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, it depends, like, what type of partying you're looking for too, because as far as America goes for partying, actually America has pretty good nightlife, I would say, like, compared to a lot of places I've been to. The thing though about America is it's very cliquey. So for instance, like, colleges in America, universities have party scenes, right? Some of the best partying in America is at universities, right? Whether that be ASU or FSU, or you have Alabama, Texas, California schools. The thing is if you're not in that 18 to 22 range, or maybe a little older, then you're not going to do super well in the party scene, right? Because they're just going to look at you as you're too old. And so and, like, if you're in LA, they have partying there too, but it's so clicky in LA, right? Like, LA and Miami are very materialistic places, and it's all about who you know. So, if you know the right people, you can go party in those cities, but, if you don't have those connections in Miami and stuff like that, you're probably not even gonna get into a lot of the nightclubs, you know? So, um, for for just the regular type person, I was funny, I had this conversation with a buddy before I started this live chat. For the normal type person, you're better off going to a foreign country. You're better off going to Mexico, South America, go somewhere in Asia. I mean, even Europe, like, I've even, talked to some guys that had been going to Europe for just to meet girls, or go experience nightlife and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of the name of the game. Okay. Um, see. Rate my pickup line. You make me realize goldfish ain't the only snack that smiles back. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like it. Yeah, there's a lot of cool different parties. You just have to find it. It's all about knowing people. Yeah, absolutely. US is low key, like you said, the US is very clicky. Yeah, you have to know the people. Yeah, so like I said before, like out of the countries that I've been to, the US has some good nightlife. But the problem you'll run into, like, if you're visiting the US from another country or you're from the US and you just don't know the right people, then you're gonna have a really hard time getting into the right party scenes, right? So, but that problem can be solvable, right? Um, if you're younger, just I always say this for younger people, like, even if you don't like education or you don't, I mean, it's kind of a scam, right? Like university can be a scam in a lot of ways, but it still can be a good idea to go to university for the connections, for the what community is as like from a cellular level, right? Because you can make all these connections. You're gonna be able to go out and kind of be in that scene. And if you're a younger person and you want to go party, as crazy as it sounds, like I would just say join, go to a university. Like there's gonna be attractive girls everywhere that are young, your age. You're gonna be able to join clubs, make new friends. So as far as that, I would say join or get into a university. If you're a little bit older, it's harder in the US, right? Because it's always like you see that older dude in the club that is kind of too old to be there. And for those type dudes, like I would say you can still succeed, right? Because there'll still be like girls that'll like you and stuff like that. But you have to um you have to kind of find a way to fit in, right? Like, so don't go out by yourself. Like, if you're an older dude, like, try to find some guys that are in similar situations that you're in. Like, maybe you're in your 30s, you're single. Try to find some other single guys that are in their 30s that aren't weird, like normal dudes. Also, like, go to the gym, and try to create your own clique. Like, try to find like minded people and then bring girls into that scene. As far as like picking up girls and stuff like that, I'm not sure how many of you guys are interested in that. I've spent a lot of time doing that type of thing with my friend groups and stuff. And what I'll say to that is nightlife, you can find girls out there, especially if you're really attractive, but it's better to find girls outside of the bar, and then, what you can do is you can set the event. So, talk to people everywhere. Talk to girls you're not attracted to, talk to girls you are attracted to, talk to guys, talk to people at restaurants, talk to everyone. Get their information, get their, contact, and, then, like, at least what I used to do is I would say, like, I'm gonna do a pregame at my house. We're gonna pregame at 8. Feel free to stop by, and then we're going out to the bars afterwards. So like now you're kind of the man, right? Because you set up the event, you invited everybody to go out, and people want to go out. They just need an excuse to do it. So you bring everybody to your crib. You guys get the drinks going. Like near me, you can buy like a 30 pack of beer for like 15 bucks. uh, Maybe buy like a cheap bottle of vodka. You get some drinks going, and then once everyone's feeling good, you're like, all right, we're peacing out. We're going to the bars. You go out. You don't have to spend as much money because you're already kind of drunk. And then you just tell everyone, like, hey, if anyone wants, like, we'll do a little after party at my crib. And like, bam, you're the man. So I know I went on a rant, guys, but I spent a lot of days messing around and stuff with the friends and stuff. So I hope that was some game for you guys. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got? We got a lot of chats. I got to try to find where I left off because I just started talking a lot. Uh, Now, even if you have money, you can't have a party at nightlife in most of the places. It's not socially acceptable and even illegal in most places. Yes, I agree with you, Asen. So yeah, even if you do have money, you can't technically like live the that experience in Patia. That's why I say like there's really nowhere to compare to Patia, honestly. Where are you from? I'm from the States. BB, what university are you going to? Probably not going to disclose that. BB, I'm in Tempe, right by ASU. Lots of parties everywhere, dude. Yeah, bro, dude, you got to get out there. I don't know if you're single or, but dude, you got to get out there, man. Like, dude, I've had some friends that have gone to ASU and stuff. Like, you guys have the most attractive women probably in the country. So get out there, bro. Phoenix is underrated. Lots of stuff to do. Yeah, dude. I know. I know. I want to get out there someday. It's virtually impossible to get into the field I was in without obtaining a degree. Uh, Stay out of the clubs. Yeah, yeah. I mean, generally speaking, um, if you're doing nightlife a lot and stuff like that, obviously it can conflict with your goals. So I agree. Be mindful of that. Yeah, you don't want a chick that's like going to the club. You don't want those types. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for a chick for fun, then yeah, it's cool. But I mean, I would tend to agree with you for committed relationships. Homie tacos. Don't know what that means. I do like tacos though. I'll see you later, Richard. You're so handsome. Thank you. See you later. Oh, you're really cool. I appreciate that. Join tab. I don't know what that is. In the doing diploma for nursing. Nice. All right, guys. So, um, welcome to the chat for the new people here. My name's Richie. I have a travel channel, but do live streams and try to meet new people. Um, Talk about like personal development a little bit on this channel too. Um, so yeah, I guess there's um personal development in the nightlife is, I guess for some people it's good, but yeah. How did we get talking about this? I think because of Patia. I think we were talking about Patia, and then it just made my brain think about nightlife and stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, I feel like um, for America, I feel like for whatever reason, like people don't. I could be wrong, but I feel like people don't like party as much as they used to, because I remember hearing like college stories from my dad and stuff like that in the 90s, and I was like, wow, like I wish I was I was able to live through the 90s, in university in America. It literally sounded so fun, so fun. And you could get away with so much more back then. Like it was just like way more freedom in America in the 90s, honestly. But that pickup thing is kind of unethical. Pretending love and promise to be together forever just to get laid and then dumping is not ethical and fair. It's harms for emotional and we get bad karma. Wow, your streams is amazing. I love you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, RR, I understand that. And, like everyone has different beliefs and lifestyles, and if your morals don't align with going to nightlife, then I agree with you. I think it's important to stay in the lines of what you believe in. I'm not advising you guys, I'm just telling you what I did when I was younger and some of the things that worked for me, because I do believe that we're in a we have a birth rate crisis, right? So people aren't meeting new people, and also I think we have a social crisis too. I think there are some importances about socializing, right? Humans are social creatures, and I don't think there's anything necessarily inherently wrong, in my opinion, about going out there and meeting new friends. And it doesn't have to be girls. It doesn't even have to be people you're attracted to. Just like you know, go out there and meet new people, and have fun. So, obviously, I used to throw parties. I, wow, that was a loud bang. But I used to throw parties a lot when I was younger, and I would have friends there who you know were in relationships or had their own beliefs as far as you know their personal choices, and it doesn't matter. I think we can have friends that don't believe the exact same thing that we do. So that's kind of what I'm just saying. Can we be best bros in the USA? Yeah, dude, of course, man. My subscribers and my viewers are you guys are my friends, so all right, gotta get a water, so meeting and hanging out is cool, but just saying pumping and dumping, uh, decent is bad. I mean, if a lady is bar girl, then it's different. Okay. What country are you from, RR? I'm interested because I think that there's a lot of it just depends, right? Too like if some girls like I grew up in a university town with like multiple universities, so I grew up in a very liberal place where one night stands and hooking up and partying was it's a normal thing. So you know keep in mind that I'm talking through the perspective of my life, right? And what I've seen. Um so for me, like that type of stuff is has been a bit more present in my life. But I understand too. I understand, there's different places in the world, and I respect different opinions. Because she is professional. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I kind of agree with you, RR. I see what you're saying, dude. Oh, I gotta go. I just remembered. I gotta go get my laundry, and I gotta go get my laundry. And my phone, the stream dies when I go get it because there's no connection in the basement. So I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. But I'll stream again in around 5 to 10 minutes. So if you guys want to catch that, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss it. We can continue the conversation. But nonetheless, guys, I appreciate. Oh, good idea, food too. Yeah, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do for food, but I'll catch you guys in a minute. So yeah, peace out.